thanks for joining me again. Right, I've called back to this field which in the last video I had some really nice finds from. I called it the Field of Dreams there. Maybe I should call it the Roman Field, I'm not so sure. We're going to have a go. I'm going to grid as best as I can this end of the field here, top end of the field. It's very rocky ground, lots of bean stubble as well, so hopefully I'll be able to get through some of that. And we'll see how we get on. I'm sure we'll find lots of rubbish. I mean, I have done on the previous two visits, so that's to be expected really, but hopefully there'll be some good stuff in there as well. So wish me luck, and we'll see you on the first signal, the first reasonable signal. Yeah, it's quite rocky ground, as you can see. Actually, it's not too bad here. It's worse in the distance over there. The bean stubble's a bit trickier just over there, so I've come back to this side of the field. It's a bit, well, the bean stubble's been flattened in some places. So I've had a moo tube so far, 18, 19 signal. Again, I had to dig it, wanted to get it out the ground for next time. Shotty. I've had a coin, which extremely worn. I'll just show you that one anyway. Probably Georgian. It was only quite shallow actually. It was only about an inch below the surface. You can't see anything on that. Anyway, I've just had an 11-12 signal down here, just there. Again, very shallow. And it's this little item here. Oops, he fell over then. I don't know what that is. It's possibly some kind of mount. Yeah, 11-12 signal. Bit confused with that one really. I'm not quite sure what it's made out of. It might be copper alloy. I suppose it could even be pewter. Doesn't feel heavy though. So, no, I'm not sure what that is, but it might have some age to it. I'll log the National Grid reference number just in case anyway. It's one of those, whatever that is. I don't know what I found here. 18 signal. I thought it was going to be junk. Could turn out to be a day of mysteries. I've had a threepenny bit since the last bit of video. Didn't bother filming that. And that's this find here. Quite chunky. Some sort of, I don't know, pin or something. Wouldn't like to guess the age on that, of course, because I had the Roman finds in the last video, and medieval actually. I'm starting to wonder if it could be quite old. I really don't know. It could be back to Roman, could be a lot more recent than that. I haven't a clue. But it looks like copper. Not sure with that one. I'm not sure at all. Right, we've got a 20 signal down here. It was about 4 or 5 inches deep, that's all. And I think we have something. We're going to open it together, as they say. I hope it's what I think it is. Well, let's have a look and find out. Yeah, so you can see it's only shallow. Yeah, I'd say probably 5 inches. And it's in here. It looks very silvery to me, does that? 20 signal, and to be fair, it didn't sound particularly good. I thought it might have been a bit of rubbish, but yep, that looks silvery. Oh, is it going to be a button? Oh, no. Oh, it's a love token. Can't see anything on it, so it's obviously been filed down, and they've done a fairly good job of that as well. Yeah, I think these are often made from sixpences, aren't they? Oh well, a bit of silver. That's a good start. Something reasonable at last. Good-o. Oh, the farmer's in the field now. He's just spraying those crops over there. I had a chat. I think it's next week or next weekend or something like that. They're going to be putting some game cover in here. And it's cover for wild birds. And there'll be some pollinating plants as well, or pollen-filled plants or something or other. So that's part of the agri-environment scheme that's on this land. So once that's sprouted, then I'll be off this field. So I may only have one more visit this field before I have to find somewhere else. He did mention there's a couple of fields over in that direction. He's going to be putting some brassicas in for animal feed, and I'll be able to go on those. I haven't tried either of those fields in the, so far, so there'll be somewhere to go anyway. I've just had a 1920 signal down here, only shallow, a couple of inches, and I flipped it open, and there we go, look. It looks like we've got another love token. Yep, a bit more silver. Brilliant. I think it's silver. Yep, classic love token. I'm just sheltering from the sun a little bit, just stopped for a drink. Thirsty work this detecting in on days like this. I've just had I think it's a Georgia 6 halfpenny or farthing up. I didn't bother videoing it, it was quite shallow. You can see in the video, just about there somewhere, there's a little pile of stones. That's where I had the little tiny Roman fibula up in the last video. Beautiful find that was. And just over there, slightly, there's two more little piles of stones, and that's where I had the 2 Roman silver coins. And I'm actually moving this way now. What I'm doing, I mean, I've been across this side of the field so far. I've not had an awful lot of luck apart from the 2 silver love tokens. So I'm now getting it in this direction. I'm probably going about a third of the way across the field, up and down, so I can get a bit of shade on the way back. So I'm getting to the area where I had the little Roman finds from. So if I'm lucky, I might just find something Roman, but I've had nothing Roman today so far, not that I'm aware of anyway. So wish me luck, folks, and let's crack on. Yeah, I put some stone markers so I can see how far across the field I'm going. I'm actually walking about halfway across the field, not a third. Excuse me. Just had an 1110 signal. It was just there, just below the surface, and we've got a little copper ring. And it actually does look like a ring rather than a harness ring. It's quite nicely shaped actually, slightly thicker at this side here. No idea on age on that, absolutely no idea. I can't see any markings or anything. Oh well, it's a find. I've just spent quite a while digging this hole. There was a signal in the high 20s, sort of 27ish. High pitched, so I thought, well, it could be a bottle top, but I'll dig it out anyway. So I was digging away. There were obviously some rocks in the way as well, and I had a heck of a job to get them out. And I got one of them out and I threw it just across there. It's there somewhere. Came back over, signal had gone. Yeah, the target was actually stuck to the rock. So I had to go and detect it again. Anyway, I found it. Oh, nearly fell over. Little George the second coin, I think. Is that a halfpenny? Probably a halfpenny. I think the back's a bit worn. Well, more worn than the front anyway. My phone seems to be jittering a bit today. I don't know what's going on there. Yep, that's not a bad little find, that, really. Still work in this area. Hope I find something older. Well, I'm beginning to flag a bit now. It's getting really warm. The big hat's out. Flies are out. Nothing Roman so far, apart from a couple of little bits of Roman greyware that I picked up in this area. But nothing metallic. I'm still gridding up and down in this direction. But it's time for a coffee break now. See if I can get my energy back. I'm jiggered again. I've still got some more distance to go up and down there towards the car. But I am kind of tempted to break off and head up in that direction a bit. No other reason than that's where I got the 2 hammered coins from in the last video, and the trumpet brooch as well. Didn't find much else there, but I'm half tempted. Yeah, I'm going to have a cup of coffee, I'm going to gather my thoughts and make a decision from there. I can't do with this heat. I'm not a fan of heat at all. Stop moaning. Okay, I'm cutting across. I can't grid anymore. I've had enough of that lark. I've had a couple of shotties. Just had a 10 signal down here, just there. It might be the remains of a copper Roman coin, I think. I can't prove it, to be fair, but it does have that look about it from ones I found before. Very, very worn. Oops. Yeah, I can't make out any detail on it at all. It just has that look about it, I think. Yeah, well, possibly, I can't say for sure. Hiya folks, thanks for joining me again. We're back to this field where I've had some nice Roman finds in the past. Not in any great numbers, but we're going to keep going and see what turns up today. Right, we've just had a little 12th signal down here, quite shallow as you can see in the ground. I've got it on my shovel. Let's have a look. I'm going to focus. Pretty sure that's part of a Roman coin, a bronze copper coin. I don't know what coin it will be though. But yep, I'm certain that's a little Roman coin fragment. Right, I'm going to keep going in this area and we'll see what else we can find. That's not a bad start, that. Quite happy with that. Well, I have to tell you folks, I've been here 3.5 hours, and apart from that little Roman coin fragment, I've had nothing good. I've had a couple of little tiny buttons, a handful of moo tubes again, some sort of lead alloy type thing, just a lump of something or other. I think it's lead because it's quite heavy. But other than that, I'm really struggling. So I'll stop for a meal break, get something to eat, something sweet, get a bit more energy, and I'm going to give it another go. I've got to find something else on here. I've got to. last we've got a 9-10 signal down here. I have actually dug it, I'm just playing the sound back so you can hear what it sounds like. And it's something decent, finally. So let's bring it a bit closer. We'll have a look. Right, so yeah, just a 10 signal. And there we go. Finally, something that's not a bullet. We've got another little Roman coin. It's got a bit of bronze rock, which is a shame, but I'll take that anyway. Hasn't been stamped very well. But there is a bust on there. I don't know if you can see that in the video. What's the reverse like? Not sure if that's a figure standing up. Can't quite tell. Spin it round a bit. Well, it's a coin. It's a bit grotty, but there is some detail on both sides, so I'm very pleased with that. Really pleased, actually. Find of the day, because it's been a hard day today. I've had lots and lots of moo tubes again, some shotgun caps, some bullet casings, some little tiny lead bullets giving similar signals to this, but sounding a little bit duller, sort of 10 signals. But yeah, that's made up for it. Right, I better log the coordinates again, and I'll be able to plot that on a map and let my flow know as well. Excellent. Okay, so first of all, here's all the rubbish. Lots of bits and pieces. Some people ask me what moo tubes are. They're just ointment tubes. They contain, I think it's antibiotics to treat mastitis in cattle and sheep and what have you. I think the farmers use them, roll them up and probably just throw them on the ground and they vanish into the soil. So that's what moo tubes are. So yeah, lots of junk, folks. Obviously, you're seeing a very much a cut down version of the the 2 days detecting here. Right, on to the other stuff. I've picked up a few potsherds again, Roman ones, and I have to thank actually Richard Hemery on YouTube. He has his own channel, and he's a bit of a whiz with pottery, and he's confirmed that this is Roman. The reason why it's lighter is because I believe they let more air into the kiln, so the pottery was a lighter colour, whereas the darker stuff, like some of these bits and pieces, the air was restricted or closed off, resulting in a darker finish. But yeah, I really do enjoy finding potsherds. I said in the last video, it gives you a good idea of what you might expect on the ground. Come on, focus. That's quite a nice one, that. Nice big rim piece. That looks like a base of some sort of a vessel. Yeah, some other big bits there as well. Another rim piece there, I think. And there. Yeah, a few smaller bits. I put this on Twitter and Dr. Simon Masling kindly replied to it, and he thinks it's an 18th century wine bottle, going by the thickness of it and the lamination on the end as well. So sometime in the 1700s. Yeah, so the other finds, lots of buttons as usual. Buckle fragments again. I found one like this in the last video. I think that's a buckle fragment. I can't think what else it's got to be, hasn't it? It's got to be. Yeah, I think it is. A squish thimble, not particularly old. It's machine made. It's still nice to find it. Possibly a drawer pull or a lock cover. Probably post-medieval. I sent some photos to my flow about two or three objects on here. This ring, I still have a feeling that could have been a finger ring, you know. It just looks to have that kind of ring shape and wear as well. There's no lettering inside it. But she did say that these are often thought to be agricultural so possibly more recent. So I can't say for sure, but I don't know. It just feels like a ring, but of course I could be very wrong. I found that you didn't see it on video. Looks to me like it could be part of a buckle, but it's flat on this side and curved on that side, so I'm not 100% sure that it is. Could be a buckle, could be furniture decoration. If it's a buckle, couldn't find an exact match, but I'm going to guess post-medieval, I would think. Onto the coins, bit of a crusty George VI ship halfpenny. What was the date on that? Can you see that? 1942, I think. That I presume is a halfpenny. It's toasted. It's had it. And this one, George II halfpenny. Come on, focus. There we go. That side, the obverse isn't bad, but the reverse is gone, and that's going to date from the 1730s to 1740s. So for a copper coin, that's not a bad little find. That, yeah, I like that. A threepenny bit, 3p, 1940 something or other, 43 is it? Something like that anyway. 2 silver love tokens. Nice finds, and I think these are more often than not made from George III sixpences or shillings sometimes as well. So they're going to date from sort of around about 1800-ish. But yeah, pleased to have found those as well. This is another one of the items that I emailed my Flo about. Not certain on date, but this size, you think's, it looks as though it could be a Roman, but the shape of it on the front, she's not sure. It could be later, could be post-medieval. It's one of those items that she needs to see in hand and get a good feel for it. But there's a possibility it might be Roman, or it could be later. I can't say for sure. But I'll bag that up, and when she's back off maternity leave, I'll get that to her, and hopefully we'll find out eventually. This copper pin, well, it's called a globular pin. Again, my Flo helped me out on this one. It's almost certainly Roman, so that's the first one of those I've ever found. But you do get these in later dates, sort of medieval times, but they tend to have a collar on them as well. So that's more than likely a Roman pin. I'm not quite sure what they were used for. I did have a look on the Portable Antiquities site, and they suggest that they can be used as furniture fittings, but I'm sure they have a variety of uses as well. So yeah, I didn't know it was Roman, but I have a good idea it is now. The 3 little coins, I'm positive that's a Roman coin, completely toasted, completely worn, probably one of the later ones, perhaps 4th century. A Roman coin fragment there. I can't tell you much about that, I'm afraid. I found nothing out at all about that one. The reverse, there's nothing to see on there, I don't think, really. Oh, by the way, I've got to say thanks to the guys at the Detecting Hub again for the help with the IDs for some of these finds. They're a great bunch and very helpful, so thanks, guys and gals. And this find, I've written this down, it's Roman, it's a Carausius Pax AVG. And Carausius declared himself Emperor of Britain and Northern Gaul in 286 AD, and he held power for 7 years, and he was assassinated by his finance minister, Electus. So it wasn't particularly long reign, really, was it? So that's nice. Got a bit of bronze disease on it. I've just ordered one of those composite pens, so I'm hoping I'll give that a bit of a clean up. I'm not sure. We'll have a go anyway. Yeah, the Pax is on the reverse. But I believe that's Pax there, and it was the London Mint, so made in Britain. Good old Britain. So yeah, lovely find. To be fair, I struggled. Obviously, the first video from that new field was an absolute blinder. This one, it was much harder going. Still, absolutely loads and loads of trash signals, mood tubes. bits of scrap lead, all those sort of things. Just about did my head in, to be fair, but that's what you get when you go metal detecting. So all in all, it was definitely worth going out. We've got some nice finds here, a couple of bits of silver, 2 or 3 Roman bits, well 3 or 4 Roman bits actually, by the look of it. So yeah, that was great. I'm hoping to try the other field across the other side of the road soon. So stay tuned for that one. So thanks for watching, folks. Thanks very much for any comments that you can make and any help you can give me with the idea on some of these finds. And if you're not subscribed and you enjoyed the video, please do click the subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you next time around. Thanks very much, folks. Take care. Bye for now.